Hello, my name is Jackie Hinkle, and today I'll be talking to you about vaping and outlining the solution to stop vaping, so we can stop giving so much money to these big tobacco companies and be the generation that stops the addiction to tobacco for good. One out of five teens vape, which is quite a lot, and these big tobacco companies get quite a lot of money from it. They make about $1 million a year from tobacco products, and it's really uncomfortable when you realize that these products are addicting and that these kids' brains haven't fully developed, which means they're being stunted by the addictive abilities and of these products. So their brains aren't able to fully develop, and they're chained to the addiction until they quit. And the big tobacco companies just keep making more and more money, and they really don't care about the effects it has on the kids. The problem is, it just makes so much money off of these addictive products. Like, so much money is going to these companies based off of teens, when they could be spending this money instead on saving up for a car, or saving up for college, or saving up to hang out with friends, but instead they're feeding their addiction, which is sad. Also, they advertise themselves as being safer than cigarettes, but more and more studies are coming out that they're not safe. In fact, according to Addictive Behaviors, some of their studies suggest that the current e-cigarettes use does not affect the combustibility of tobacco use, or motivate or reduce its harm. So you still use it if you have used an e-cigarette or a normal cigarette. They're still the same as dangerous. Tobacco companies have also been targeting teens and young people for a very, very long time. If you ever got, those candy cigarettes for Halloween one time, that's a way they were advertising it. Yeah, makes them a lot less tasty than they were now. Well, they kind of tasted like chalk, but not very good advertising, if you ask me. Anyway, so what can we do to stop this? Well, we can educate people and tell them the truth. According to Addictive Behaviors, a school-based education system was significantly associated with improved adolescents' knowledge about e-cigarettes, increasing the perceived harmfulness and addictiveness of e-cigarettes, and reducing the intent to try e-cigarettes. So the more people know about it, the less likely they are to try it, and the more likely they are to quit. So we should tell them the truth. Well, e-cigarettes, as I mentioned before, cost quite a lot of money, like a lot of money. And well, according to Addictive Behaviors, 21.7% said they quit because they don't have enough money to feed their addiction. So if you're tight on money, then you could quit and save up for something else. I mean, I would have a lot more fun if I saved up for a big trip instead of buying a Juul pen. So yeah, because a big trip is probably a lot less than you might actually spend on a vape pen and vaping juice, because it might seem like a little, but if you continuously buy it, it adds up over time. And there are a lot of new diseases coming out that are associated with vaping. And one of the best ways to avoid these diseases is just to avoid them. According to Yale Medicine, the medicine completely avoids one's risks of developing EVALI. The CDC states, consider refraining from the use of all e-cigarettes or vaping products in general. So tell them the truth about vaping is one of the best ways to make them quit. In fact, that was how we got to the low number of smoking that we have nowadays, because it used to run rampant, but nowadays smoking has been reduced quite a lot because we told people the truth about it. So we need to inform people about the truth of vaping as well. This will help people, and the benefits are, well, less people smoke and less teens will be chained to a future of giving up their money and their freedom to vaping. It also means that less people will be in danger of getting these horrible and dangerous lung diseases that could risk their lives and they're not comfortable. If I remember correctly, it's like coughing up one of your lungs, and I don't want to do that. Also, I remember that I've read somewhere that vaping also makes you more likely and more affected by COVID, and during this time, we don't need COVID to have any more power over us. And the Journal of General International Medicine, the concern about health are the most common reasons patients give for quitting. So tell your friends and family the truth, and so we can help them. Let's be the generation that stops quitting and addiction to vaping products and e-cigarettes and tobacco products in general, like we were about to before e-cigarettes came. If 1 in 5 teens vape, then you probably know someone who does. They might be your friend or your family or the person you sit next to in class. It might be a little awkward and it might not seem the most comfortable, but telling them the truth can really help them and protect their future. So tell them the truth so we can stop vaping and finally be free and stop giving these big tobacco companies so much money off of kids. Thank you.